y'all, Chris from Keyfarm. So the other night I finally got the four-wheel drive mini bike together, and now we're just gonna ride around and look at some action shots, and then we'll go around it and see what I did and why I did it later. All right. All right, get a close up of that wheel. Let's take it to the mud. Alright, y'all. Keep in mind this thing is untested, so this is about to be really cool or a failure. That's a hot clutch. Wow. Do it again. It's unstoppable! I'm putting it back in the mud, and we're going to see what just the front tire will do and just what the back will do. if you're supposed to push a brand new Predator 212 quite that hard before it's broke in. It'll be all right. It's got a little bit of break-in miles on it. All right, so as you can see in the mud, it bogs down, and we cannot have that. We need this thing to just be slinging mud all over. We cannot have it bogged down in the mud. So we got a decision to make. I have a torque converter to put on this mid-engine. And from what I've read about torque converters, that will probably solve the problem there. I, however, did not want to put a torque converter on the front one just because I didn't want to see a big old torque converter hanging off the side. And I really like the simplicity of clutches. So you know what? We're going to do a little bit of comparison between clutches and torque converters. And then I'm not against adding a jack shaft up front and in back. It doesn't matter to me, whatever it takes to make it go through the mud and not bog down. All right, y'all, let's go around this thing and take a look at it. And if you watch the top of the screen, you'll see all the different videos getting us to this point. Let's check it out. First things first. All right, you see that big mean tire in the middle? I really like that. You see these sissy tires on the outside? Look, I am currently in negotiations with the checking account trying to get tractor tires for the whole setup. However, the checking account's not feeling it at the moment. So, to be continued. Alright, so I think the last time you saw it, it had a bar going across the back right here. I've done away with that. These were originally welded into corners. I've cut that corner off. The back is pretty much the same. Oh, still don't have brakes. I have learned that what I hate the most about fabricating is brakes, apparently. But to this weekend, it's getting brakes. Alright, so nothing else has changed here. We did have an unexpected good thing that happened. Okay, when it was a trike, it was very, very difficult to turn. Because anytime you got a straight axle, if you've ever rode a four-wheeler or a three-wheeler with a straight axle, and you turn, one of them chews up the ground and the other side has to slip a little. Well, it was the same deal with this. When it was a trike, it did not like to turn because these tires had to slip. But check this out. Because that tire is a little bit taller than those, and I only mean 1/4 of an inch, but it gives it just enough that it pivots on the center tire and it actually turns much better this way. And golly, it sure does look mean from the back. I like that. Alright, so check it out. Same old engine. Well, no, actually I robbed that engine and put on my tiller, so that is a brand new Predator. Not much has changed here. Hey, remember in the last video where I said I was going to add these plates? Well, that actually got done. Got 2 gussets in there, so now I can bolt these bearings down real tight. And I actually told y'all that I was going to add that 3rd one, and I did. This is still the weak point, and I may fix it. That's a 3/8 bolt in the top, a 3/8 bolt in the bottom. Now, I did use grade 8 hardware, but it is still the weak part of the machine. But it did just hold up with what we put it through. We'll look into that later. Alright, so then things have changed up front. Boy, I love that big old mean tire. Now, keep in mind, if you watched the very first video, you know that this is being built out of parts for another project. And that is why the axle is too long. Now look, if this video does gangbusters and I decide to leave it like this, then I'll trim that shaft and it won't have these ends sticking out. But for now, that's the only keyed shaft I had, and I did not want to cut it shorter because its home is supposed to be on another project. Alright, so the forks changed quite a bit. Well, not really, just added an engine plate. You can pretty much see there, it's the same 1-inch tubing. Do y'all remember that 1-inch tubing, say 2.5 months ago, was a gate over by the farm? Now it's a 4-wheel drive mini bike. I love fabricating, except for brakes. Don't like fabricating brakes. Alright, so basically I just came out, came down. I think it's going to be strong enough. Alright, now look. there's no slots in this plate. Most of the time, when you build an engine plate, you slot it. This one here, you get your chain tension by putting these spacers in here. They're actually called body shims. You can get a big old pack of them at Harbor Freight for like $9. And then a big old sprocket. Man, it sure does look funny on the outside of the forks, but hey, it works pretty good. All right, y'all, so I'm pretty proud of the four-wheel drive mini bike. It is not done yet. There's still some little tweaks that need to be made. And, you know, maybe we keep it this way. Maybe if I can get that doggone checking account to cooperate, we'll get tractor tires all the way around. And we got to get more power to the wheels. I'm going to figure that out. Don't worry about it. I'm Chris from Keyfarm. Love God, love people, and watch some of these other videos. Oh, make a comment, like, and subscribe. You know, all that YouTube stuff.